Good morning. It's Saturday, December 14th, and I am here to challenge the fact that Donald Trump was named Time's Person of the Year, because I don't believe he has done anything during this entire year to make him the Person of the Year. Now, he did win the presidential election, but in my mind, that did not make him Person of the Year. So I had questions about it, and I looked it up and I listened to some of the reasoning behind this decision. And let me tell you a little bit about the selection process and why they believe this choice becomes very clear. I believe he didn't do anything this year. True, he survived an assault. He survived an attempt at his life. But is that something that he did? No, he was lucky. He was lucky. I will give him credit for continuing to be the public person he is after somebody tried to take his life. But that, in my mind, doesn't make him the Person of the Year. So when the people at Time magazine said it was an obvious decision based on a few key moments, one of those key moments was the assassination attempt. The other key moment is a criminal trial. He survived the criminal trial. Are they kidding? He was charged with 34 counts. Does that make him the Person of the Year? It's a shanda, the Jewish word, that a man who was convicted of 34 things won the presidential election. And that's one of the reasons that they think he's Person of the Year. Because over the last 10 years or so, he has been the number one personality in this country. Whether you want to believe that or not, but the facts show that. Donald Trump has been around haunting us for the last 10 years, since he won the election the first time around. But does that make him the Person of the Year? Maybe he should be given the title of the Person of 10 years. How about that? So it's amazing to me that Donald Trump continues to be a leader of this country when he spouts the most divisive rhetoric of any public figure in the United States, and probably of any public figure in the world. His campaign rhetoric was fascist. So while this might be the age of Trump, as many have put it, I do not believe that he's entitled to this award that Time magazine bestowed upon him. I think even though he lost the election in 2020, his ability to bounce back has put him at another level in the history of leaders of this country. And so for nearly a decade now, his extraordinary behavior and the things that he spouts and then changes his mind and respouts it will go down in history. There will be many historians writing about this period of time and the effect that Donald Trump has had on this nation. And now we face with another 4 years of his presidency. And who knows what that will end up. So while I disagree with the decision of Time magazine, I have to look at Trump's, how shall I call it, ability to stay in the public eye for 10 years and become a political figure unlike any other that we've had in 250 years years of American history. When Trump left his office in 2021, he was evil, inciting a mob of his supporters to ransack the U.S. Capitol at the end of an attempt to overturn his electoral defeat. And 3 years later, he engineers this, I have to call it spectacular, unprecedented political comeback. So Trump effortlessly dispatched his GOP rivals when they were looking to choose a candidate to run. And his actions and his force caused President Joe Biden out of the race. And he destroyed Vice President Kamala Harris in a dominant victory that exceeded everybody's predictions. Everyone's expectations were destroyed by Trump's victory there. And along the way, Trump ignored the 34-count felony conviction and other criminal incidents that affected his life, or should have affected his life. So when you look at this part of Donald Trump's career, and remember, the man is 78 years old, and Biden was forced out because he was old, but Trump is alive and walking, and everybody out there is anticipating a different thing from this presidential term. But I don't suspect that this country is going to be any greater with him in the presidency. And I'm scared of some of the things that he has threatened to do. So we will wait and see if this election of a villain, in my mind, like Donald Trump, is great for this country or not. I suspect we will have to overcome many pitfalls in the next 4 years. So I leave you with that. A distraught voter just waiting to see what happens to his once great nation. Have a great day. Bye.